Greetings, this is Vane and welcome back to Let's Play Planescape Torment. Okay.
Done. Alright.
On the round, who we've got? There are harlots.
Ah, the sweet smell of sensates and governors.
This beautiful, seductively attired prostitute is a far cry from those you saw in the height. She smells of expensive perfumes and the lines on her face are subtly accentuated with lightly painted lines of soft warm colours. She smiles as you approach her and curtsies gracefully. Greetings, good sir. Hoping to crush her last Miss Grace of brothel cannot satisfy, I hope. I don't know about any brothel, but I am up for whatever you're offering. 'Tis but 500 coins, good sir, and I shall pleasure you in 1,000 ways. She tilts her head coyly and gives you a mischievous smile. Will you come with me then? 500, that's quite a bit. Oh, I assure you, sir. She leans in close to whisper warmly in your ear. It is worth every last copper. Sound good. Yes, let's go. Anna bristles at you as you're about to follow the woman off. What are you thinking, you Egypt? She rolls in the quarters and joins her punch. Away, you brazen strumpet. Whoa, calm down, Anna. She rolls on you. And yeah, you solly Parker, you'd best stop messing about or else I'll be trimming your stem. Aye? Trimming my stem? Do I have to pay for that? And makes a obscene gesture with her tail, evidently meant to be evidently meant to be obscene. Morte smirks and cuts. Perhaps another time, good sir, when you're not in the company of your friend. Farewell. Damn it, Anna. Fine. Farewell. Okay. Harmonium.
Dagger's not working in this thing.
Okay. So we've been attacked by a shadow. Just jumped us.
Done. Done. I'm gone. All right. Done.
Okay. Speak to the clerk's ward citizen. This young woman, observing some sort of performance artist, looks somewhat puzzled. She turns away as you draw near. Greetings. Never seen anything quite like it. I find his acts annoying yet oddly interesting at the same time. What's going on? I'm not certain I understand it myself. The cinematic involves all sorts of impersonations of physical comedy, but he never spoke a word. Earlier, a passing mage walked by and the artist mimicked his unusual gait. The mage, angered, cursed him. I think the man can no longer speak, as he trapped in the same invisible box he pretended to confine himself within. He was quite panicked at first, but seems to have calmed himself, and he continues with his act. That's all I wish to know. Farewell.
I don't trust the Gith. I say we leave him behind.
The man's face has been painted white and a pair of arched eyebrows has been penciled into his brow, and red powder has been used to make small circles on his cheeks and accentuate his lips. He says something, but you can't hear him. His hands are pressed up against what looks to be an invisible wall. What? I can't hear you. He hangs his head, sighs sadly and shrugs. He then steps back a bit, waves farewell to you and begins to pantomime various actions, putting on a rope, walking downstairs, and so on. See if you can touch him. You reach out to touch the man, but your hand is stayed by some unseen force. Performance artist appears to be trapped in some sort of invisible box or cage. Leave. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Fog boss.
All right.
This young but well-muscled thug, certainly well armed and large enough to be dangerous, seems awfully clean for a typical street tough. He's carrying a massive axe in one hand and a steel box in the other. As you hear him, he puffs up and scowls before you. What are you looking at, sod? Pike off before I have to scrag you. Scrag? What in the 9 planes of Baldur you're talking about, you idiot? Scrag's nagged, nipped, yanked by the hard heads, you clueless alcove Burke. Yeah, I find her patois somewhat. Scrag's nagged, nipped, yanked by the hard heads, you clueless alcove Burke. Glares daggers at Aggers but says nothing. You do seem a little well groomed for a thug. Stop shaking your bone box, Leatherhead. This is my territory, and you'll be leaving it quick if you don't want my bloods to tear you apart. And Anna snickers, shaking her head. Rattle, you sod. Rattle in your bone box. It is. I'd so like to see how long you'd last, drop smack in the middle of the hive acting as you are. Anna curses. Come on, let's be off. No use wasting time with this wee stem basher would be. His voice flashes angrily as she gnashes at his teeth in frustration. That's it, you piking ass for it. Get him, bloods. He raises his axe and leaps to attack. Let's fight.
There cannot be two
Stupid
skies.
yabo.
I'm hurt, son. I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
The sturdy steel box has a thick leather handle on the top. There's no apparent way to open the thing. It appears to be welded shut. There are a number of arrow slits on the side, though you can't see into the box through them. A sickly sweet white smell wafts out from the slits. Let's talk to items. As you examine the container more closely, it shifts slightly in your hand. Something moved inside it. A man's voice from within. Oh, there. Is someone there by any chance? My name's Mortuary. Anyone? How? Yes. Greetings. Thank the powers. Have you seen my body, perchance? It's hard to miss. Stumbles about with a silly wooden head on his shoulders. Must have worn his feet down to stubs looking for me by now. No, I don't think so. Oh dear. Well, that would have been a bit too much to hope for. In any case, it's probably shammering around the civic festival about this in the northeast corridor of the Clerk's Watch. Could I, by any chance, persuade you to take me there, good sir? Yes, I'll do that for you.
Updated my journal.
How splendid. I shall thank you kindly then, sir. If you don't mind now, we'll hold off speaking any further until I'm with my body again. All right, farewell.
The Quran seems true.
Okay.
Done.
Vane the linguist, the advocate, under sigil.
I'm gone.
Greetings. Have some questions. Never mind. There's the 1B. There's Alwyn.
All right. All right.
This tall, slender woman occasionally looks up from her cup to scan the surrounding paintings of passers-by. Her facial colours are elegantly exotic and her eyes, brilliant golden in colour, catch the light, sparkling as she looks about. Greetings. She regards you carefully for a moment before saying. She speaks slowly and carefully, avoiding direct eye contact with you. I, Alwyn, return your greetings. Alwyn, your friend Namel is looking for you.
Updated my journal.
She begins to smile, but then covers her mouth with her hand and looks down at the drink. I, Alwyn, am most pleased to hear of Namel. I, Alwyn, persuade you to tell her of this place. Yes, I'll do that for you.
Updated my journal.
She looks at you directly, and just for the briefest moments before casting her eyes back to her drink, your senses are awash with a warm, comfortable feeling, pure happiness. I, Alwyn, thank you. Here's my question. Here's my pleasure. May I ask you about her, though? She nods slowly. The way she speaks and what her words do. How? I, Alwyn, can only say that we come from another place, another world. We are not like the people here whose words, thoughts, even feelings affect nothing directly. Go on. I, Alwyn, take great care as not to affect those around me too greatly. Namel, she is new here and cannot do so. It is something she must learn, should she choose to remain here much longer. But why? There are many reasons. I, Alwyn, feel it is not right to impose reality upon those without the ability to impose their own reality upon me, Alwyn. Is there anything you cannot do by simply speaking of it? She frowns. Strange unpleasant feeling rises in the pit of your stomach. Please, I, Alwyn, would speak of it no more. Just one other question. She looks at you directly, your face reflecting the golden disc. We would speak of it no more to Alwyn, and fuss would no longer force her to speak in such a way to him. You find yourself unable to voice another question, the words catching your throat as you try to ask. Fine then, farewell. That was nice of her, wasn't it?
Done.
What is this? Illobrande. This old woman examines you closely with her sharp grey eyes. First your face, then your arms and various tattoos. Greetings, scarred one. Come to speak with Illobrande at me. Come to have your fortune told, perhaps, mayhap, for a paltry 5 coins. Yes, tell me my fortune. Eleban places your coins in a belt pouch and takes your hands. She quietly studies your palms, frowning deeply. At long last she speaks. Some rare folk are what's called fateless, you see. They wander through their lives doing as they see fit, creating their own destinies. You have no fortune to tell, Scarred One, none at all. I have nothing to tell you, and so here is your coin. She returns your 5 coppers. I see. I had some questions. I do not speak of things mundane, Scarred One. In that case, farewell. Hold you one moment, Scarred One. Elavandi reaches out, touching his arm. My mother gave me something once, long ago. A scroll sealed with wax. A hooded man had entrusted it to her and said that a man such as ye would one day unwittingly come to claim it. Here, would have you take it now. What is it? Elavandi shakes his head. I do not know. She was sworn to never to read the thing, and I obeyed her request to leave the seal unbroken myself. The man had paid her handsomely to take the scroll, but warned her of the direst consequences should she open it. Thanks then, farewell. Suspicious sealed scroll. The scroll has been bound tightly with red rubber and sealed with wax. You can't put your finger on it, but you've got a bad feeling about the thing, as if opening and reading the scroll could be somehow dangerous. I think we're going to a nice quiet area before we deal with that.
Done. I'm gone.
Some sensates, okay. Person turns as you interrupt him, nodding a polite greeting. Apologies, good sir, but I was in the middle of something. If you don't mind, farewell. Give you a polite half bow and continue to make about their business. Salabesh the Onyx. This tall, thin man, dressed in heavy crimson robes, has sharp, pinched features. He bows regally as you approach him. I am Salabesh, oft called Salabesh the Onyx, future mage tutor for the Civic Festival. You've business with me, I take it? No, just some questions. About what, not the warden and the like, I hope. Plenty more common folk could answer such questions, and I would soon direct you to one of them. Why are you called the Onyx? A long tale which I'll shorten to save my breath. In my youth I was once called Salabesh the Golden, for I was said to have a heart of gold, small, hard and yellow. Well, I cursed the fool who started that, so that he could only speak from his arse and defecate through his mouth. The Onyx appellation, along the same lines as Golden, though admittedly somewhat less clever, soon followed. In any case, I'm a much kinder fellow now, less prone to laying curses and the like. I'm not certain if I deserve the name any longer. You cursed him to do what? Oh yes, you heard right. Salabesh sighs happily and chuckles to himself. That sort of thing is why I am known as the Master of Curses, you know. I had another question. What do you mean by a future mage tutor of the festival?
Updated my journal.
It's a prestigious position to be an official tutor in one of the festival's training chambers. It is my intention to one day take the position of the mage tutor, but this title is currently in possession of the Lady Thorncombe. Only I could somehow prove that I would be a superior tutor. I had some other questions. Do you know of a cursed man called Weakwind?
Updated my journal.
Weak. Salabesh eyebrows start up. Oh yes, Jumble Murder Sense cursed that man, if I recall correctly. Why, seeking to get his curse undone. Good luck, only Jumble can do that, you know. Where would I find this Jumble Murder Sense? Within the Civic Festival, I suppose. A short, portly man with a leering smile. Never speaks, so you'll be hard-pressed to get anything out of it. That's all I wish to know. Farewell. So I have the smell of alcohol washed heavily from this young woman, and despite her dark skin, you can see that her face, beautiful but cruel looking, is flushed. She is slender but well muscled, adorned in exotic jewellery, and translucent silk clothing. Numerous scars crisscross her thighs and forearms. They look to be from battle wounds. Greetings. Well, what do we have here? A little tie-thin gutter queen come crawling out of the hive. The room pouts, talking as one would to a small child. Are you lost, little tiefling? Oh look, it has a tail. How cute. Anna flushes, and with a snarl, blades sprout from her fists. Now, thinking, don't do that. The woman seems unconcerned as Anna draws her weapons and chuckles disapprovingly with her tongue. Careful now, I'll remove that tail of yours and feed it to you. Let's see. Let it go, Anna. She isn't worth the trouble. You have a sharp tongue on your relass. Anna spits and sharpens her blades against each other. I wonder how sweet your tacky jewels and harlot clothes will look on when you're dead in the street. Anna, wait! You filthy spawn of the lower plane, a bitch bastard that not even a snarling could keep in its pen. She draws her blade. Call for the guards. She gasps a shot. You fool! Are you mad? The guards will never take your words over mine. You're obviously drunk, and those scars of yours mark you as a fighting sort. He probably has a reputation for this sort of thing already. I think they just might. Stares at you, grinding her teeth. Let us drop the whole matter then, and be on our separate ways. Agreed. You've already wasted enough of my time. Farewell.
Done.
Oh, so that's under sigil there.
Done.
Malmena. This thin, sharp-faced man rushes towards you, calling for your attention. Ah, sir, but a moment of your time. Were you perchance here to visit the tailor? What? The man breaks in. I asked, sir, because I seem to have offended the man. I'd commissioned the hot-blooded fool to make me a costume, and he's thrown me out of his shop and will not speak to me now. So what? The man suddenly balls his fist and shakes his hand at the sky. What have I done to deserve such treatment? Nothing, I say. I was a patron. It is duty to serve me, that churlish buffoon. What did you want from me? He focuses on... Oh, yes, you. Could I beg you to enter the place and fetch my costume for me, sir? I have a masquerade to get to, and I've not the time to commission another tailor. Yes, I'll get it.
Updated my journal.
Oh, most excellent, sir. This very building right here, he points at the long, low structure north of him. I thank you, sir. Farewell.
All right.
You're not going to get it straight away.
Done.
How are we doing? Okay. So we've walked around.
All right.
Jarman's messenger. Okay. A slender young man approaches you wearing a somewhat worried expression. 1,000 pardons, sir, but I'm looking for a certain man. I think you may be able to help me. Oh, how so? I am a messenger, sir, who seeks a man that cannot die, a scarred man for whom death is nothing but the most trivial of annoyances. You match the admittedly vague description I was given, sir, and I wondered if you were he. Just who wants to know? I am in the hire of a healthy noblewoman, Jolmi Semir, sir. Well, I am the man you are looking for. He nods, then bows at you deeply. A message for you then, sir. Mistress Jolmi of the House Semir, the lady of high standing, sent me. Miss Jolmi would meet you in the civic festival, where she would make a proposal, of which I know nothing, to you. Should you choose to seek her out, she wears green silks trimmed with gold, and her hair is the colour of blue steel. That is the extent of my message, sir. Farewell. Wait.
Updated my journal.
In the northeastern corner of this part of the Clerk's Ward search is a large structure and should be easy to spot. Farewell now, sir. Farewell.
Goldward, also known as Wanker City.
So that's the Civic Fest Hall, the Apothecary, brothel of insulating intellectual lusts.
All right.
Speak to the old poet. This kind-looking man spares you only the briefest glances before returning to his recitation. Heckled the poet. Let's leave now. To L.A. Havelock. His narrow-eyed, sharp-faced man is scanning his surroundings with a look of vague disinterest, pausing occasionally to look down and pick at his fingernails. Despite being clothed in silk and fake velvet, finally he managed to look unsavoury and more than a little dangerous. Greetings. The man looks at your way. He has the dark slits like narrow stab wells beneath his brow. His voice is low and gruff despite his slender build. Back off. Not yet, I had some questions. You think I wandered the ward looking for strangers to spill the dark for? Now park off. Why are you here then? To be surly with passers-by? He stands quietly for a moment, then breaks a crooked smile. That's good, that. He considers you for a moment. I'm a tutor in the Civic Head Festival. Name's Havelock, Ellie Havelock. As a veteran scout, I teach the art of subterfuge. You mean thievery? Snarls up in disgust. He'll discuss it. Thieves and thievery, it always is. 5 tours I've spent as a reconnaissance operative in the War of Lies. Scout is my title. Scout. I teach the ways of stealth and spycraft, not common thievery. My apologies, I meant no offence. Could you teach me? Ellie frowned sourly. I don't know, I've had enough of teaching petty pickpockets and curious censors for the time being. Almost to himself, and I was not sure why I agreed to do it in the first place. Perhaps because by teaching others you make them aware of your own skill. At the same time, you defend the nobility of your skills by assuring them that you're no common thief, but a scout and a spy, a master of subterfuge. Ellie nods, mulling over what you said. Aye, there's no denying it. It's sort of sorry though when you look at it that way. I don't think so. Those of your trade are often misunderstood, thrust unfairly into the same category as footpads and brigands. There's nothing wrong with dispelling false notions. Heh, right you again you are. He gives a friendly punch to your shoulder. Thanks, bud. He suddenly looks off and he says, well, enough wasting time out here. I'll be heading back to the festival. If you want to train, that's where you'll find me. Perhaps I'll see you there, Ellie. Farewell. Yeah. So I kind of completed a quest that I didn't even know I was on.
All right.
Dagger's not working in this thing.
I'm gone. All right.
Okay. The woman smiles as she greets you. Her name's no less better than the first time she saw her. The male held her breath as the stranger approached her. Had he found Elwyn, she wondered. Found Elwyn. She was looking for you.
Updated my journal.
Neil's lips form a perfect smile. An infectious smart happiness radiates from her, clinging to you like sweet-smelling warmth. The male was overjoyed to hear of a friend. was Elwyn close by. There is another calf east of here across this part of the ward. And I'll thank the man for his wondrous news. Soon she would go to visit her friend. Now though she would reward the stranger. Wait for the ward. She drew the stranger close, laying a hand upon his chest and kissing the pale leathery skin of his cheek. Life would flow into him, invigorating him. This then was to be his reward. Wait. Yeah! You wait, there is a slight tingling sensation upon your cheek and chest. The feeling spreads across the whole of your body and you begin to feel stronger and more animated. Thanks, Namel. Farewell. Okay.
Done. I'm gone. Done.
And Carl sat together and burst you twice a year for falling of mice. Just as your own eyes begin to water, she wipes away her tears and smiles, causing a wave of intense pressure to wash over your entire body. Elwyn thanked the stranger. She had been reunited with her dearest friend in the mail. It was my pleasure. She nods, looks down again, the feelings of a smile evoked, fading away into pleasantment. I will tell you something now, stranger. Yes, go on. The name I, Elwyn, chose for you, stranger, is not so fitting. You and I, Elwyn, have met before in the fest hall. It is a place you could not have been were you not a sensate yourself. Whether you recall or no, unless you betrayed the society of sensation at some time in the point, you are a sensate. I see, tell me more. She nods. You and I, Elwyn, have met on 2 different occasions. The first was no less than 2 centuries past, the last more recently. Perhaps no more than 50 years ago. That's quite a long time ago. She nods again. My, Elwyn's people are extremely long-lived, forgetful one. She sighs unhappily, causing a chill to descend over you. You seemed a different man then, less grim, less scarred. So eager to see all that the multiverse had to offer. You courted me, Elwyn, then, and was nearly taken as a lover, but then you disappeared. Where did I go? I, Elwyn, was told that you had been slain, murdered. She looked up for a moment to peer curiously into us. I met you only once more after that. Did I remember you then? No. She shakes her head sadly and touches her throat. No, you did not. You lashed out at me, Elwyn, made to slay me, screamed how high. Elwyn could not fool you, would not ensure and murder you, would not ensnare and murder you. What happened? We met in one of the northern towers of the festival on the 7th floor. Before you could choke the life from me, I, Elwyn, used my powers to bade you leap from the window to your death. When I, Elwyn, finally went in search of your broken body, you had already gone. You did what? That is the whole of my, Elwyn's, tale for you. We are not strangers once, and now have become so. Farewell, stranger. May fortune walk with you in your travels. Thanks, Aaron. Farewell. Okay, so I'm a sensate. It's good, because that's the one we're going to choose anyway.
All right. Done.
What are we doing next?
All right. All right.
Well, we've got the decanter of endless water. So... I think we'll go and free Ignis.
I'm gone.
Oh yeah, we're not.
Death Rider comes in the burning man.
I wonder if this decanter of endless water will do something. You tilt the decanter over the grill and begin to pour. A small stream of ice blue water pours from the decanter and touches the flames of the grill with a violent hissing and a rush of steam. As if in response to this challenge, the decanter seems to lunge forward, falling into the grill and shattering. By the hells! Hissing, billowing steam and a furious crackling noise rushes from the grill, spilling over you and forcing you to cover your ears and turn away. There's a scream, a cackling, a terrible sound like 1,000 buildings burning and people screaming. Their screams being cut short by the roar of flame and melting flesh. Cover your ears, block out the sound. As you put your hands over your ears to block out the sound, you feel a stickiness in your hands like hot cheese or candle wax. Your ears are bleeding from the sound. You draw your hands back and see them covered with chunks of melted flesh filled with bloody swirls. Try and get out the bar. You're about to run from the bar, anything to get away from the sound, when suddenly all falls silent except the jaggling crackling coming from the grill. You turn. On the grill lies a decanter of endless water, now nothing but shards and steam. Above it is the creature, flame still trailing from his body, floating over the bar's floor. It is staring at you, eyes flickering like two torches. I know you.
Yes.
The creature's face bits, spark charred flesh peeling away from its jaw so that it might speak. Yes. Its voice crackles and burns, roars through the creature's chest, and with no sound, with every word, flakes of cinder and ash spit from his mouth and drift into the air. You are barely able to look at the thing. The blazing radiance surrounding it is terrible to behold. Ignis.
Yes, long have I slept dreams of flames. I am yours till death comes for us both.
Okay. The creature floats towards you, hair bending from the thermals surrounding it. As if in response, flames curls from Ignis' throat and a tongue of flame streams out from behind his blackened teeth. I am yours till death comes for us both. We shall see. So we've got Ignis.
Ignis hears you.
I'd only imagined. The man in front of you has large eyes and thin frames. He looks confused and frightened by the rest of the bar patrons, but his looks relieved to see you. Greetings. He chuckles lightly and rolls his eyes in a you wouldn't believe what happened to me look that you find strangely familiar. About time, friend. I thought I might be here all day waiting for you. Do I know you? Why, yes, he gives you a peery eye. At least I think so. Can't recall everything about you, but he frowns in thought and then shrugs. Anyway, it's good to see you. I'm Adam. We're friends, I take it. Excellent. I could use some more friends like you, it seems. He looks around in confusion. Since I don't appear to know anyone in these parts, much less how I got here. Where are you from? Adam seems surprised and is confused and resurfaces. Well, not from around here, I don't believe, or do I? I think I should have recalled such a place. I don't really recall where I'm from or where I'm bound. Do you know who I am? An old friend. He sounds like he's testing the water, aren't you? Oh, yeah. Yes, I am. Say, I had some questions for you. Oh, and I had some for you too. He frowns. Except I can't seem to get a handle on them. He shrugs. Questions. Who needs them? All that matters is the answers anyway, I think. Well, it's been interesting, Adan, but I have to leave. Farewell. Hey, look, before you go and fly away to whereabouts you're going, I've got something for you. At least I think so. What is it? I'm not sure. He digs in his pocket and frowns. Pocket's too damn small to keep anything in. scratches his head. Maybe. He pulls back his sleeves, firstly the left one, then the right one. He looks angry, and then lets both sleeves fall back to his neck. Why don't you check the left sleeve again? I think it might be there. Really? He pulls back the left sleeve, and this time you see a package tied to the wrist. He smiles in relief, unties it from his arm, then hands it to you. For you, friend. For me, for you. Thanks of sorts. He nods as you take the item. You study it. It looks like a ring of some sort. Wasn't there some money to go along with this? He snaps his fingers. Yes, there was. He looks down at the belt, where there is now a belt patch. He unties it and passes you. It's all there, all 100 coppers. You take the bag and open it. It all looks to be there. What about that enchanted item you wanted to give me? He looks puzzled for a moment, then smiles as if remembering. Why, yes, there was one, wasn't it? He reaches into his sleeve and pulls his right sleeve and pulls forth a long standard bag. Here you are. Thanks, Sedan. As you look up from your gift, Frank, you notice he has vanished. You didn't even hear him leave. Farewell then. Okay. Ignis's fireball. Because that is charred. Series of fireballs he fires at the opponent. Adam Green. Okay. Adam's dagger. Echo +1 piercing damage. Charisma 3, con 20, chaotic neutral, Ignis the Mage. Okay, information. Biography. No mortal can wander Ignis wishes to burn. Ignis burned so long ago, yet once Ignis knew nothing of flames. He small fires, tiny flames, tiny flickerings. The fires grew, Ignis set fires in their streets and lit the fires at the anger of their hearts. They sought to punish Ignis, the small flies from the hive. They wished to see Ignis burn after Ignis set fire to their streets. Tiny magelings, head wizards, runecasters. Tiny sparks of magic come to punish Ignis for hurting their loved ones. They sentenced Ignis to burn, made Ignis a torch, a spitting flame, burning. It was justice, he said, but it was not a sentence. There is so much flames and pain that there is no pain. There is light and heat, and the flesh runs as tallow across my bones. And for the first time Ignis was pleased. When the flame is burning all life and his torches, Ignis shall at last be at peace. So yeah. We have Ignis in our party now.
Alright.
We've got a few more things to do. Let's talk to Ignis.
Yes.
Okay. Ignis, what happened to make you this way? This way. A small pocket of flesh of Ignis' cheeks pops and runs and trickles down his way. This way Ignis always was. But you look human, or at least you look like you were human once. Ignis twists hunched foreheads. His head forward as he spins slowly above the ground. The effect is much like a fiery whirlwind, thermal streaming off his body and distorting the hair around. Still Ignis, always Ignis. Never mind, I had some other questions. As you open your mouth to speak, Ignis suddenly whirls on you. You are forced to choke back your words as the heat from his flame floods over you. Ignis might you be. Sparks in bodies, always seeking to rise. Sparks in bodies, what do you mean? All things burn inside. Ignis' head cranes back and throws his arms wide, spirals of flame and heat travelling up his arms. You only need to be kindled with flames to become Ignis, so you might have been Ignis. So you're saying everyone has the potential to become like you with the right spark? Yes. Ignis grins, cocking his head to one side, ashes falling from his skull and swept up in the flame wreath that surrounds him. I had other questions for you. Your heart jumps as Ignis snores, welcome to hear his jaw tears open, fiery trail spiraling forth like a nest of snakes. No more talk and questions, silence. But I wish to speak of flames, Ignis, and burning. Your words are like oil, and you watch them fill Ignis' eyes, fanning the flames you see there. Flames? Ignis drifts down slightly, the heat of him rising as if interested. Speak, Ignis will listen. Okay. Ignis, is it true you burned down the alley of dangerous angles? Ignis' face splits, the flesh around the corner of his mouth cracking and melting into charred, sneering red and black pieces. Yes, a dream shall Ignis share. Maybe later, for now I should speak more or burn. Silent flame pours from the streets and you take a step back, the air bending from the heat. Streets at night, so cold, Ignis burned the buildings, the dwellers all ran from Ignis, the flames and the burnings were as flames, screams as the dwellers became torches. Listen careful, quietly. Buildings as skeletons, angles, bodies as skeletons, reds and oranges and blacks and flames and spreading, caressing such lights. Listen carefully. Ignis' fury dies, the wreaths of flames surround him, ebbing somewhat, it seems to have lost in thought, perhaps lost in memory. And Ignis was pleased. We should speak more of burning and flames. But what are you doing in this smouldering corpse bar? For a moment, you don't think Ignis has heard you, and suddenly the eyes, fire in his eyes, dim slightly, and he gives a soft hiss, cinders and ash dancing at the edge. Ignis once knew nothing of flames. Yes. Once Ignis knew nothing of flames. He set small fires, tiny flames, tiny flickering, small bits of flame. Ignis hisses again, ashes and fiery motes drifting from the ruins of his mouth. The fires grew. Ignis set fires to their streets and lit the fit fires of anguish in their hearts. Yes. You speak, but Ignis doesn't seem to hear you. It seems to be somewhere else. If we live in a memory for his words, against your will, you stop and listen. They sought to punish Ignis. The small flies from the hive. They wished to see Ignis burn after Ignis set fire to their streets. Tiny magelings had visions of impulses. Tiny sparks of magic came to punish Ignis for hurting their loved ones. They sentenced Ignis to burn, made Ignis a torch, a spitting flame, burning. It was justice, they said. Justice. You watch Mesmer as slowly begins to turn around as he did above the grill in a smouldering corpse. But it was not a sentence. There was so much flames and pain, there is no pain. There is no light, heat, and the flesh that runs as tallow across my bones. For the first time, Ignis is pleased. Ignis stops his rotation, his gaze falls upon you. As he does, the fires in his eyes flare, and a charred grin splits his features, the flesh crackling and bubbling as it melts and streams across his face. Ignis wears the face of all hells, of flames, and his next words are spoken like a death sentence, not only for you, but for everyone, everywhere. When the plains burn and all life is torches, then Ignis shall at last be at peace. Okay. Let's see. Ignis, you're master of the art. Can you teach me any of your powers? Ignis once knew much, no longer. Ignis burns, in suffering Ignis learns. Tiny flame gusts from his mouth, his laughter, and a stream of embers spits forth. Suffer, learn. I am willing to suffer for such knowledge. You're about to speak the words, you feel a crawling sensation at the back of your skull, and you are suddenly struck with the certainty that the knowledge Ignis has to may permanently scar you. You do not how you know this. Repeat, I am willing to suffer for such knowledge. Suffer. Flames flicker eagerly along the edges of Ignis' mouth, spiraling up along the melted ruin of his face. Burn. Pieces of self are burned away. Ignis may still teach you much. I wish to learn, Ignis. Can you teach me some of the art? Where flames once burn, one may send them again. Before you can react, Ignis' claw lashes out and clutches at your finger, and with a greedy hiss he burns it, screaming and through the searing pain you close your eyes and scream. You force your eyes open to see the burning mass of your hand from where Ignis touched it. He floats above uncaring, cradling your fingers, and snaps to tip off, leaving just a base. He hisses cinders of ash dripping and flicks the charred remains of the finger back to you. Urk, what did you do?
Updated my journal.
Teachings. Ignis cackles to sound strangely painful to your ears. To learn, one must suffer. I wish to learn more. Suffer. Burn, pieces of self are burned away. Ignis may still wish to learn much. I wish to learn, Ignis. Teach me some more of the art. Okay. Yes. Force your eyes open to see the burning mass of your hand where Ignis has touched it. Only a blackened stump remains, twitching, blood steaming from it. Ignis seems oblivious to your pain. His attention is devoured by your hand, which he is holding, admiring like a trophy. Ignis, give me back my hand. Ignis ignores you. Watch the flames from the inside circle yourself around like a reef, following, slowly burning the last remains of ash from it like a sculptor, till only the fused bone remains. It gives a long, low hiss and then flings his creation back to you. You manage to catch it in your remaining hand. You notice the flesh of your severed hand is reknitting itself slowly, painfully. It looks like it's regrowing. What did you do?
Updated my journal.
Teachings. Okay. Wish to learn more. Okay. He acknowledges himself. No more pieces of self are burned away, yet no more sharing will Ignis teaches. You need pieces of me in order to teach me. What about my eyeball? Ignis smashes it out again. Finger like a spear, but it doesn't strike for the eye that you can move. Instead, he impales your other eye. There is no pain from my own space. Then you scream as Ignis lets loose a stream of flames into your socket. They seem to eat into your skull. The hiss of burning flesh fills your nostrils and clouds your vision. You force your eyes open through your bloody vision, yet only one eye opens, and you can barely make out Ignis hovering in the air in front of you, and his eyes cupping a small orb of flame in his hands. Your eye, seemingly untouched by the heat. As you watch, your hands cover the eye and you feel a second burning pain in your eye sockets. And suddenly, even through the searing pain, you can see correctly again. Ignis opens his hand, and within it you can see the ruined mass of your eyeball, barely recognisable. Yet, your eye is still in its socket. He cackles, and with a breath of flame, the eyeball rises from his grasp and drifts over to you like a flake of ash in the air. Take the eyeball. Your eyeball.
Updated my journal.
Tiny snakes of flame spiral from Ignis' ruined sockets, travelling up past his charred skull. More teachings. Two snakes of flame circle round behind him and flaring some torches in his hands. More sufferings. I am willing to suffer for more knowledge. Can you teach me? Ignis holds himself into the hair, leaving a hissing flame trail as he writes. No more. Pieces of self are burned away each. Yet no more sharing will Ignis teach. You need pieces of me in order to teach. What about this strip of my intestines? Ignis cocks his head and holds up your intestines, then suddenly swoops in and snatches it from your grasp. Holding it, he strings it between two hands like a rope, and he hisses to himself as you watch the intestines stream, as you hold them back, and you feel slow burning pain in your abdomen. Ignis stretches out the intestines, handspan by handspan, and as he lets each link fall from his grasp, it starts rotating around him like a spiral, snaking in a slow pattern, each portion being roasted by his flames. There seems to be some dancing pattern to the way the flames are touching the strip of the intestine, slowly bracketing it until it looks like a long string of charred meat. The burning in your abdomen makes you wince. but it's nothing compared to the pain you felt when Ignis charred the other portions of your body. You watched your burning guts spiral in Ignis's flames, and then suddenly they gutter out and fall into Ignis' hands. It gives a hiss and throws them back to it, much power in an immortal's organs. Take the charge and test it.
Updated my journal.
Okay. You hold your charging chest in your hand and look like blackened rope. Ignis hovers above you, tiny motes of ash drifting on his hands. I am willing to suffer for more knowledge. Can you teach me any more? Okay. No, no more. Wish to weaken. Burning. Okay. Ignis, I spoke with a storyteller of the Hive and he mentioned that someone taught you these things. Who? Of learnings and teachings you know, guts of flame erupt from Ignis's mouth in a horrid semblance of love. You have always taught Ignis. Ignis's master you were. Me? Are you sure?
Updated my journal.
Ignis's voice drops and a crackling in the flames dies. Yes, it is the only reason Ignis obeys you. Flames rise about him in a crackling until death comes first both your words to me, to your student Ignis. Ignis has not forgotten, Master. Ignis, it must have been a long time ago when you learned the Are you sure it was me? Yes. Yes, the face has changed, but many lessons have taught Ignis. If my face has changed, how do you know? Inside all things, tiny flames, the spark, the flames, the same. No matter what the skin can bleed, skin can burn, but never the inner flame remains. It is important. Can you remember anything about me? Ignis hisses for a moment, his features flicker. At first you think it's the flames, but it's not. It's the flickering of a memory. Surrender to the memory. The crackling of Ignis's flames subsides, listening to the charged bones of Ignis's body folded up, twisting on itself until his limbs lie motionless, becoming a stack of wood within a huge iron fireplace. You are staring into a fire, burning brightly within a vaulted room. The fire cackles and spits embers into the stone floor, motes rising from the fireplace. So that faintly, from the darkness behind you, you can hear the rasp of someone breathing. Memory, I can hear you. Step into the light. There is a shuffling of sandals and a frail mouth steps into the edges of the firelights. His black eyes catch the flames and mirror them. He is nervous. You can hear his muscles shaking, his voice trembling, just enough to increase your irritation. Forgive my intrusion, Master. Memory, you have already intruded, supplicant. You did so with intention. I will hear it now, and then you will lead me to my thoughts. The boy takes a deep breath and glances at the fire. Master, I dreamed of the flames again last night. They were real, and you said that we were to come to you if... Memory, it was a dream, nothing more. Now leave. The boy does not move. His brows draw together and slowly displays his hands. The flesh around the fingers, black and burnt. How did your hands come to be burned, supplicant? I awoke and my hands were ash. The boy meets your gaze. He is still trembling faintly, but there is eagerness in the voice which angers you. I dreamed I soared above the earth and the ground and the sky was fire. The world itself was so bright and it hurt to look at it from Master. When I woke my hands, they were burned as if I held a flame within my hands. You lie, supplicant. You have come to me with a story and now you are in danger of angering me. No, Master. The boy's face glistens with a sweaty sheen of fear. No, upon my life, I do not. You burned yourself with a candle, supplicant, or thrust your hand within one of the pyres of the vault of currents. Now you come to tell me a dream burned you. I tire of your lies. Fire falls silent. And to your surprise, his face clenches in anger. No, I do not lie. It was the gene that burned me, Master, as you said it might if we were to felt power stirring. They were your words, and I came to repeat them to you, and to tell you they are true. He looks at his hands. Look, Master. Scraps hands. For the boy that can react, your hand, huge in comparison, lashes out, crushing the burst hands in its grasp, and the boy screams, echoing in the vault. With a snarl, you hurl him to the ground in front of the fireplace, and there is a sharp crack as his knees strike the flagstones. Look into those flames, supplicant. Raise your head, look. The boy is shuddering from pain from his knees, but you watch tears glow his eyes as he raises his head to look into the fireplace. The flames cast his face in a red gaunt glow. Is that what you wish to hold, supplicant? Is the shaping of flames what stirs your heart? Know that flames can burn, and if you would learn their power, you must suffer their touch. The boy is silent, staring into the flames. He seems mesmerised. His tears have dried in the heat, and shaking is gone. The flames are his focus. He is not listening to you, and you feel fury washing over you. If that is what consumes you, enough for you to intrude upon my meditations, then I shall teach you of the shaping of flames, supplicant. Your hand lashes out and clamps into the boy's wrist. He howls as you drag him closer to the fireplace, then thrusts his hands into the coals. There is a crackling, a hiss of burning flesh, and he screams, such terrible yet. To learn, you must suffer, supplicant. You must allow yourself to be burned by the power of that which you wield. Know its torment, and you shall know how to use it against your enemies.
Updated my journal.
Your vision clears, and the memory streams away like smoke. Ignis is hovering above you, his head cracking to one side, an insane blackened grin smeared across his face. Master, Ignis has not forgotten your teachings. Never mind, Ignis, we will speak again later.
I feel stronger.
So yeah, what have we got? Ignis's hand, Ignis's charm, Ignis's eye, Ignis's innards. So let's get rid of these. To what's that? Inferno shield. Seeking flames. Inferno orb. Ignis's terror. To maintain your life, fire is a true blessing. Yet as it warms, it also burns. Seek flames grants enemy. So that's curse. Okay. Inferno orb. Okay. Ignis's terror. Inferno shield. 150. So basically I get healed. Acts of torment. Okay. We're level 9. How are we doing? Yeah, let's get charisma up a bit more. Okay, so been a bit longer. Okay, So I am going to leave it here. This has been Vane doing Let's Play Planescape. If you like what you see you here, please be sure to like, subscribe, share and comment. Please consider sponsoring me on Patreon, and until next time, goodbye.